Hey you guys, Coach Liz here. All right, it is the week of Thanksgiving. Got my turkey here. So today I thought I would share some of my top Thanksgiving holiday tips for you. How to have a healthy, happy Thanksgiving no matter what plan you're choosing to follow on that day. And this is what's nice is this is your journey. You choose if you're going to stay in fat burn and see the scale move after Thanksgiving. That would be fun to celebrate. Or if you're going to at least try to maintain and just choose some healthy habits during that day. Or if you're going to take that meal off and eat whatever you want and then get back on track, that is up to you. So think that over, talk it over with your coach, make sure that you have a plan going into the holiday. And the biggest thing I want you to remember is no matter what you decide for Thanksgiving, plan ahead, choose what you're going to have. If there's something like very rare and special that you just have to taste, maybe just having a little taste of it, like a little small spoon. Most of your plate could be healthy, like lean and green, and maybe have a few bites of your very favorites and savor those. Really work on that mindset if that's something that you choose. But whatever you decide, if you decide to get out of fat burn and enjoy that meal a little bit more, then the biggest thing is watch what your brain does. If it's telling you to, oh, I'm already out of fat burn, what else should I eat today before I start again tomorrow? That is like a light bulb. Oh, this is diet brain, diet mentality. So the best thing you can do is if you do choose to eat off your program, to enjoy it. That was a choice you made. It's totally fine. Then the next thing you want to do is get right back on track. Have a big glass of water and just continue on as if it never happened. If you wallow in it and self-sabotage, that is just taking more steps backwards. So no matter what you choose, I want you to remember that. The best thing that you can do when you make a choice that moves you a step backwards is to make the next step forward. So that's just one thing that I really stress on the mindset is recognizing how that's working. And this week you really get to pay attention to your mindset. It's a little bit different routine, different schedule. And so you can just observe what's going on in your brain and pay attention to that because your brain just wants to take care of you. Just loves you and wants you to feel safe and comfortable. So it might send suggestions to eat the pumpkin pie, eat all the rolls, whatever you used to do, it's going to suggest that. And what's nice about this is you get to choose what suggestions you actually decide to do. So I'm just going to go over 5 healthy habits to help you on Thanksgiving that will just help you move forward with your health, no matter what you've decided to do. All right, the first one is hydration. Make sure you're not drinking your calories. Drink lots of water, stay on track throughout the day. Drink extra water because when you are thirsty, the first sign is hunger. So you're going to think you're hungry, but really you might just be thirsty. So try not to drink your calories. You might just do like a sparkling flavored water, maybe in a wine glass so that you still get that feel of the wine glass. You still have the color, but you're not drinking your calories. So that's one tip. Don't drink your calories. Stay away from the eggnog or whatever. You don't want to drink the calories. Drink lots of water. The second thing is sleep. Make sure that you get your sleep the night before because when you are sleep deprived, your stress hormones increase and you naturally crave carbs more. So if you stayed up all night baking all the pies and the rolls and all that stuff, then the next day you're going to be craving that. So make sure you get a good night's sleep. Don't stay up all night. And the third thing is exercise. Start your day off with some exercise. I love to do a 5K every Thanksgiving. It just starts my day off right. If you can't do a 5K, you don't have to run it. You could walk it. But if you can't do something like that, go for a walk. Hop on your elliptical. Go to a class at the gym with someone. Just do something. Go for a hike. My kids like to go play football on Thanksgiving morning. Whatever it is, try to do something active to start your day. And also after you eat, that's a great time to go for a walk. The third thing is we talked a little bit about mindset. Make a plan, recognize emotions, and process those emotions. If you're feeling like a little stress because of all the people or all the food, recognize that. Ask yourself, where am I feeling this? What does this feel like? Describe it. Shift it, maybe make a sound, whatever it is, shift it, and then take some deep breaths. See if you can just breathe through that. And then sometimes just recognizing that that's why you're feeling that way, that you're bored or you're tired, or it's just those old traditions coming back. Sometimes just being aware of that will help. And really focus on the relationships, the connection, not the food this holiday. Play a new game, do an activity, do a craft. Go find out something about someone that you didn't know. Ask some questions about someone's childhood or a story, but really focus on connections. It's not just about the food on Thanksgiving. All right, the fifth thing is your nutrition. So on Thanksgiving, there's usually lots of food. So make a plan. And if you can fix your plate, like we've talked about in the past, your 9-inch plate where you fill half of your plate with vegetables. Make sure you bring a healthy vegetable to Thanksgiving dinner so you know that there's something healthy. There's great green bean casserole recipes. There is mashed cauliflower instead of mashed potatoes. There is spaghetti squash casserole instead of cheesy potatoes. There's salad, there's relish trays, there's lots of things you could do, even just cook some broccoli. We've done that. So just bring your favorite vegetable so that you know that there's a vegetable that you'll enjoy. So if you fill half your plate with vegetables, a quarter with your protein, like turkey is a great protein. And then if you decide, if you choose to add some carbs to that meal, make sure it's just like a little taste of your very favorite things. Don't just eat it because it's there, but reserve just a small section of your plate for a carb that you really want. Or if you decide you're staying in fat burn, disregard that. Just stick lean and green and you're going to do great. Have your brownie for dessert or your chocolate pudding, your Optavia chocolate pudding. And that's what's great, is there is an option for everyone. And one tip I always say, if you're going to eat more on Thanksgiving, maybe 2 smaller lean and green meals during the day, split it up. Or if you're going to eat extra, try eating more lean and green instead of carbs. But really pay attention to what your body feels like. In the past, I know that I've always just felt stuffed and horrible and had to go lay down on the couch because I was so full and uncomfortable. And since focusing on my healthy habits, I've learned to recognize my hunger cues and stop when I'm satisfied. And it feels so good to get up after a good meal and just feel satisfied, not feel stuffed. So that's my challenge for you. Don't be a stuffed turkey this year. Just eat to feed your body and just really enjoy the connections and be grateful. And I want you to practice the appreciation versus preference. You could go around the table and ask everyone, what's something that you don't prefer, but that you can appreciate? And so that's kind of a fun thing a really great spin on gratitude. So check out the call if you haven't listened to that yet. And I just hope you have the best Thanksgiving, that you get to be with family or someone that you care about. And if you aren't able to, at least maybe you could make a phone call, write a letter, do something to find some connection during the holidays, because that's what it's all about. All right, have a great week. We'll talk to you later.